to Channel's Business Global with me, Juliana Olayinka, from our studios here in London. Earlier this week, Folashade Okoya, the glamorous Chief Executive Officer of the manufacturing conglomerate Eleganza Group, joined me in the studio for an exclusive sit-down during a fleeting visit to London. Founded by her husband, Chief Razak Okoya, 60 years ago, Eleganza is a household name not only in Nigeria but across the continent. I started the discussion by asking what her day-to-day business life looks like.
My husband is so passionate about the Eleganza Group and he's always putting his all into it. So when I got married to him, I realized that from the beginning that I have to be able to meet up to that standard. So I'm not ready to compromise on what I have to bring on the table. So when I traveled, I see the kind of things I would like to use, and I want people to be able to afford it as well. So trying to incorporate quality with affordable. So that's the reason why the new Eleganza, that's the whole essence of the new Eleganza now. We bring very quality, modern day taste for affordable price for every household.
Shada, it's really interesting that you talk about affordability because, of course, in Nigeria, the ease of doing business, the affordability for the common man has become a really big talking point, no less than when the government decided to close the border in October. A lot of, young business owners and those who do business outside of Nigeria were complaining. How has that affected Eleganza?
I think overall it's going to be a positive thing for all made in Nigerian industry. Like for investors, when you put money into a business, you expect return back on investment. And for the border closure, I think it's going to affect Eleganza particularly in terms of positively in terms of encouraging and letting us have more market share, because Nigeria is known to be, in the past, is known to be a dumping ground. I'm sorry to say this. Most bad things from other countries have been, you see them being found in our Nigerian market, which I don't think it's a good thing. Most of these things, you don't even get to see them in the countries they're coming from. But Nigeria, I don't know, we just have a way of having all those things in our markets. And all local manufacturers are complaining about this greatly. Even it's affecting Eleganza. But now I believe the border closure is a good thing. It might not be something we all are seeing the positive results immediately, but I know at the end of the day, we all are going to thank the government for taking such a step. It's going to help us investors to be able to put more in terms of investment into the country. And when we do this, we try to help in terms of employment to the people. Because when you produce and you can be able to sell all what you produce to the local markets, then that means you can increase your turnover, you can increase your production and get more people in. So that way, it's going to really help the government in terms of generating revenue for them. And it's something that I'm passionate about, I'm thankful for, because Nigeria now, we are capable of giving quality products to the markets. So I don't see why other things have to come through our markets.
Just a couple of weeks ago, we had the UK Africa Investment Summit. The Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, this was the first international summit he hosted, and he did it with African leaders. The Nigerian delegation were here in their force. Well, a lot of people are interested in investing in Nigeria, but it seems as if when Nigerian businesses get to a certain level, they want to invest outside. They want to take their brands outside. Why do you think this happens rather than them investing in Nigeria and building it up there?
I think we're going to have a lot of foreign investors coming into the country now, and it's something it's going to open a lot of opportunities for local industries and the government itself. So I think it's a good thing. We're going to have more development in terms of foreigners bringing in more investments, opening more doors for local industries and helping our employment situation. And it's going to even help with the generating of income for the government.
I would say so. One of the issues we have in the diaspora, and I've had this discussion with many people that have sat on this panel, is that we're a little bit concerned. We're concerned about what the Chinese may be doing in Nigeria. We're concerned about what Russia may be doing, what the Brits may be doing. You know, they're signing a lot of contracts, but giving away a lot of our future. So I think a lot of Nigerians, especially those looking from the outside, are dependent upon brands like you to build up Nigeria. Can you understand why there are some people who fear that we're giving the country away?
Maybe, you know, there are two sides to a problem. I believe local industries, personally, my husband has a passion for what he's doing, and I think that has kept him for so long. He invested all he has in Nigeria. He believes in Nigeria, and I believe in Nigeria as well. That's why I'm putting all my heart into the business too, because I see a great nation. We're smart individuals. We excel at everything we set out to do. So Nigerians are very smart, intelligent, and anywhere you see Nigeria all over the world, you will tell, you can know, because we always put something. We don't just take out from anywhere. We put our all into what we do as well. So Nigerians, we're very strong people and we're very determined people. So, and I believe that when we have some policies to encourage Nigerians as well, we're going to do so much more in terms of helping the government and even encouraging the people outside to come back home.
You said 60 years Eleganza has been going. It's a very, very long time. So how do you stay modern in this digital era? I noticed recently you're on Instagram. I followed you, of course, liking all of your pictures. What's your opinion on these kind of social media entrepreneurs, these women that are selling, whether it's wigs or fabrics on Instagram? Do you see that lasting? Do you see that that's the way business is going in Nigeria?
I think so, yes. It's everywhere in the world. It's not just Nigeria. People make so much money now just going on social media, and it makes things easier. It's not, you know, this is the jet age. Technology is advancing. People are, especially when you want to get the young audience, you need to get more things done than before. So technology, social media, all those things, I think, is helping business very, very well. And that's part of the reason why I just came on Instagram, as you said. For business, it's promoting and is letting us get the fair share of what we should expect from the market.
Female empowerment is a big thing. It's a buzzword. It's been a buzzword for a long time, but particularly after this kind of #MeToo movement. How do you do it? You know, being married to such a successful man, but not staying in his shadows. You know, as I said, you're right by his side. Is it tiring? Is it taxing? How do you keep going and, you know, staying above the trend?
I'm lucky to be married to my husband because he gave me the platform to be able to show what I have myself. He's a generous man because he has invested so much into the Eleganza Industrial City, and that's what I represent today. So it's very taxing running an industry in Nigeria, especially with all what you have to do daily to get it going, and managing thousands of people under you. So we have over 25 different items now, and we still have them. I told you we have new phase of the project coming up now as well. So planning, structuring, and daily control, management especially, is a very key point when you have to run a successful business in Nigeria. So running industry in Nigeria, it's not an easy thing, but my husband has a passion for it. He's been doing it. He's done it successfully, and I enjoy what I do now. I didn't expect I would see myself doing this kind of business when I was young. But going into it now is all I live for. I enjoy it. It's something that keeps me going now. Seeing people, employing people, having them make their living.
Changing lives,
yes.
Aren't you? That's literally what you do.
Seeing them earning their living by you.
Do you think, Shade, people underestimate you?
Maybe in the beginning, but not anymore. Maybe in the beginning.
You're a formidable character. Shade Okoya, thank you so much for joining me on Channel's Business Global. It's such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, sadly, that's all we have time for today, but do get in touch with your comments and suggestions. I'll see you at the same time next week for more in-depth business analysis on Channel's Business Global. Goodbye.